Hi, and welcome to Full Circle Purpose. Today I want to talk about control, fear, and the illusion of safety. Control often disguises as wisdom. We say things like, I just want to be prepared. I can't afford to let this fall apart. If I don't manage this, who will? But beneath control is usually fear. And fear is where self-will quietly takes the wheel. Why do we try to control? Isaiah speaks directly to this tendency in Isaiah 30, verses 1 and 2, where it says, "Woe to those who make plans but not mine, who go down to Egypt without consulting me." Control says, I'll trust God after I secure myself. I'll surrender, but once I understand everything. But trust that requires control is not trust at all. So let's look at emotional intelligence, where control is often an emotional response to uncertainty, past disappointment, or unhealed fear. Emotionally mature people name fear instead of obeying it. Spiritually mature people release fear instead of feeding it. In Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, it reads, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." Now, this might be difficult to discern. When are you just being prepared? Because we want to make sure that we have the things that we need to have in order to succeed. We don't want to be like the women who some had the oil and some did not have any to spare. And as they were waiting on the bridegroom to come, there was a delay. And so those who had spare oil were able to keep their lamps lit, where the others ran out and they had to leave to go get more. And they missed the coming of the bridegroom, who then went into the celebration. And so those who had to leave to get more oil missed out on that. So there is a part where we do need to be prepared, but is that preparation, is that out of responsibility, or is it that we're trying to take control out of fear and manipulate a situation? So that's where we need to pause to reflect and ask ourselves, what outcome am I trying to guarantee? What am I afraid of if I were to let go? And where have I confused control with responsibility? Because control exhausts. It's exhausting to be in control of every little thing. It's exhausting to oversee, to make sure that everybody else is doing their part to a T. There's the way that we expect it to be done. And if there's any variation in that, then we step in and manipulate the situation. It's exhausting to do all those things. But trust, it steadies. There's an ease with that. To let go of control, there's breathing room. And we can just sigh in relief. And we know with certain breath work, it's the exhale that slows and steadies the heart, that signals to the rest of the body, we can relax, we can restore, we can be at peace. So let's pause, breathe deeply, extend our exhale, and reflect. God does not ask you to predict the future. He asks you to walk with Him in the present. So as we close, let's remember that peace doesn't come from managing everything. Peace comes from knowing who holds everything. So if this message has encouraged you today, then please share it with somebody who you know might be struggling through trying to maintain control over everything and might need a reminder of it's time to let go of that control and to walk in the presence of the Lord. But also subscribe so you don't miss a thing. because we want to grow a community of believers that are on the journey of spiritual maturity. And we're looking to release more of our self-will and become more in alignment with the will of the Spirit in every area of our life. But we need to be obedient to do so. And I know that that obedience is difficult. We quickly want to return to our self-will. But I'll get to that later. I'll listen to a message on Sunday. It's an everyday walk. It's an everyday picking up our cross and walking with the Lord. Paul said that I die daily. That's not a physical death. It's a death to self-will. And because I know that it's a struggle for me as well. And so I know that I need encouragement. So I imagine that others need encouragement too. So I just want to encourage you on your walk. You've got this. You're doing it. And if you veered off, here's the moment to get back on course. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye for now.